For my first deck of United in Stormwind, I'm going to be playing a Questline Warlock deck. So the point of this deck is to finish the questline, and for your final reward you get Blightborn Tamsin, and she says for the rest of the game, any damage you take on your turns is dealt to the opponent instead. So basically we're trying to draw through the whole deck and start taking fatigue, but the fatigue that we take will be damaging the opponent instead, and that's going to be our win condition. So I'm playing a few activators for the questline: Raise Dead, Unstable Shadow Blast, and Backfire, as well as the hero power, of course. And then to get to the bottom of the deck, we have Backfire, we have Altar of Fire, and Soul Rend, so we can get to fatigue as soon as possible. And then other than that, I'm pretty much just playing survival cards. Some of the new survival cards we've got are going to be Touch of the Nathrezim, which is just very good removal and heal. We've got Spice Bread Baker, which is just an insane heal. And then probably the sketchiest card in my deck, I'm playing a couple copies of Goldshire Knolls. But this deck plays a lot of reactive cards, so it does tend to have a pretty full hand most of the time. So the Knoll tends to be pretty cheap. So far I'm doing pretty well with the deck. I'm 10-6, so not incredible, but reasonably good. I do feel like maybe such a reactive build isn't necessarily going to be the best for early on in the expansion when everybody's playing like wacky combo stuff, particularly other warlocks and mages where your reactive tools aren't that useful. But I feel like as things settle down and there's more aggro, then this sort of build can definitely have more game against those sorts of aggressive decks because there's just so much removal and healing. Priest, huh? That seems like a mistake, but we'll see what they're playing. I don't think I want to keep the Shadow Blast, although it is pretty good for the quest.
You never knew you wanted.
Point out the importer, huh? It doesn't seem like the play, but I'm sure my opponent's played more Shadow Priest than I have.
Come, pray with me.
I can kill that. I guess coining that thing out made sense with the Deceptor. I kind of just want to tap here, though. Is that silly? Maybe I should respect my opponent's damage more than that.
I wonder.
Whatever. I have a Bread Baker in my hand. Now I have a Knoll. Next turn I can tap Knoll. It's probably going to be my play.
Come, pray with me.
The board's getting kind of scary over there, but I think it's still manageable.
More bones to pick.
That seemed like a really bad turn. Let's just go for bread. Bread vendor. What else can I do? I can go like Moarg Touch. And then tap with that. Tapping sure is nice. Alright, let's go with the tap line. And then next turn maybe we can tap plus bread. Another plague. Has my opponent hero powered this game? I mean, I guess I'm not really a minion based deck. That's where the hero power is at its best.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
9 cards in hand, 2 out of 7 here. Yeah, I like bread.
Fresh out of the oven.
Heal for 9.
Reverberations in the void.
Well, the opponent's deck didn't really seem that aggressive until they played this card, so I'm not really sure what to make of that. But let's just go for a nice board clear, then we can tap and gain some armor. Oh, I did not want to... Oh, I took damage from that thing. Wow, what a bad card in a Warlock meta. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I didn't really want to mill the bread baker, but that's fine. Still at 28. And it looks like I might pretty easily be able to find Tamsin without having to play either backfire, so my opponent's going to die real fast once we finish the quest. Well, that's really scary. But I do have Soul Rend, Soul Shear, Mortal Coil, so I can deal with both of those.
Break it, you buy it.
Let's go ahead and draw a card. Oh, that is active. Very nice. I shuffled cards into my deck, but that's okay. It's still active because I'm tapping here. Not something I was considering, though. Alright, still at 24. Feels nice. I do still have a Moarg in my deck. Makes these Drain Souls a lot better. I have Tamsin Roam as well.
My palm is purple.
And I guess my Raised Deads are pretty likely to hit a Moarg as well. So I have a lot of healing, basically, is what I'm getting at. Alright, so I still need to take 4 damage on my turn. Probably not going to do that this turn because I want to save the backfires. But we can deal with this pretty easily. Raised Dead. Okay, I can finish my thing with Raised Dead this turn. I don't know if I have the hand space for it though. So if I Raise Dead, it puts me up to 10 cards. I can just go like Armor Vendor, Raise Dead. And then maybe throw out Altar. Kind of fine just milling anything in my deck. I think I'm pretty happy to not mill any soul fragments here. So yeah, next turn I can just go Tamsin tap backfire maybe.
Come, pray with me.
My palm is purple, not really red.
Alright. My opponent just drew a bunch of cards. Good for them. I only have 1 real card in my deck, so I can just tap and backfire here. I don't know if it's really that good, though. I can just always play the backfires, right? Maybe I should just be doing other stuff instead. Actually, let's just alter tap here. And then next turn double backfire just kills. How much damage have I even doing this turn? I think I'm on 2 fatigue. So I'm going to be taking 2, 3. I'm going to be going up to like 9 fatigue this turn. I don't even know if I can play the second backfire. It doesn't keep going negative. I don't want to do the math to find out how much it was, but I had another life tap on top of that as well. Platinum, let's go.
Gul'dan versus Thrall. I bring the fury of the elements. Your soul shall be mine.
Could keep a turn 2 removal against Shaman. Probably not really worth it though. I don't really know what I'm mulliganing for, so maybe tossing some of that stuff is dumb. The Knoll and the Armor Vendor could both be pretty good against Shaman though, depending on what they're doing. Not a questline deck.
The calm before the storm.
Just a tap.
I wonder.
My opponent's really just playing Elemental Shaman, huh? Let's just hit him with a Knoll. Not the most efficient thing to be doing this turn, but it ends up lining up really well against the 3/3 and the 3 power weapon. Six health on that. I surprisingly can't really deal with it with Moarg. Interesting. Let's life tap. Seems good. Okay, we've got the Shadow Blast. Need 1 tap to finish the first part, and then we can use a Shadow Blast to deal like an odd amount for the 7, which tends to be a little bit awkward. Yeah, I think I just go tap, blast, touch. Maybe do something with the Moarg. Doesn't really seem necessary. Another Moarg. Six health on that, so I can just shoot it with the Shadow Blast. Let's just go for a nice tap bread.
Fresh out of the oven. Never be afraid of your inner power.
Oh, you built this for me?
I do have 2 Soul Rend in the deck that I could draw here. Alright, need 2 for this. See what a life tap can do for me. For Raised Dead, I've lost... Have I played a minion? I've played the Knolls and the Baker. Interesting. Do I want to try to get Knolls here? I could Shadow Blast. Then I'd have Huh, interesting. If I hit double null, it's actually pretty insane. Alright, only one null. But one null is also fine.
Armor! Lightly used armor!
3 cards away from Bristleback. And I have Alter, so I can get there pretty easily. So I just have a ton of healing in my hand. I'm already at 28. Feeling pretty good about this game. Ooh, lightning bolt face. So where are we at on this? 3 out of 8. So I could just go tap Backfire, but I need to have a lot of space in my hand for that. Let's just go tap and then heal a bit.
Fresh out of the oven.
Feeling nice at 30. So I have 8 cards in hand. Backfire puts me up to 10, which makes me overdraw this. So I can go like Alter Backfire and then play it. Losing my other Backfire sucks, but probably doesn't really matter much.
All of Stormwind shall share my pain.
I have 4 cards in deck, not counting the Soul Fragment, so I can Soul Rend into Fatigue pretty easily. I don't really have like a super good hand though. Hopefully I draw one of my Drain Souls. That would make these Moargs and the Roam a lot better.
I wonder. Oh, you built this for me?
Soul Shear. Whatever, let's just start fatiguing. Playing Armor Vendor slows down my lethal a little bit, but my opponent's super dead here.
No longer a tree.
They took 2, so tapping deals 5. No way I ever have lethal here. Sure, whatever.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Very nice. That's what my opponent gets for playing 0 new cards.